Hello, good evening, and welcome to a first look at Train Planet here on the Dad Rail YouTube channel. We will be starting this stream at 2100, that's in approximately 7 minutes. Please have your drinks and light refreshments ready. 7 minutes till the start of this stream. Good evening, everybody. Hello and welcome to this Dad Rail stream looking at the new Train Planet. We will be starting in 2 minutes time. Please have your drinks, light refreshments and first class tickets ready. 2 minutes to the start of this stream. Good evening, everybody. Hello and welcome. How are we all today? It's great to have so many of you in. We've got 61 of you lovely people who have come to have a look at Train Planet with me. We've got RT moderating, Northern Princess Productions, and officially Charles looking after you all tonight. On the first class tickets, we've got Vince, SJA, Tom Abbott as well. Great to have you here. We've also got Jerry BVR, Blob, GJ, hello, you've shortened your name, fantastic. Wayne, Train Lover, Trains with Jamie, and Eliza, of course, Southeastern Train Channel, hello down there. Okay, so I'm gonna start this video by saying, if you don't know, my name's Richard and I'm a mainline freight train driver and former passenger train driver based in the southeast of England. Press the right button. All the views and opinions expressed within this video are solely my own and may not reflect those of any companies that may be employed by or associated with, and all of that good stuff. As you know, the British Ace Joe, hello and welcome. So I'm going to start by putting these screenshots back on the screen. Now, I just want to emphasise at this point, these screenshots have been taken from Steam. I have not been approached by the developers of Train Planet. I am doing this video completely off my own back. I'm not involved in the project in any way, shape or form. So this is completely independent from the developers of Train Planet. Now, looking at the screenshots that we've got going on here, graphically, this game looks very, very nice. Now, it's important to note, this is in beta at the moment. This is a demo version. This is free. You can go and download this on Steam, but do it after you've watched the stream, please, for my sake. You can go and download this free of charge on Steam at the moment. It is in beta. It is subject to a few crashes and a few graphical glitches and stuff like that. I think it's fair to say it's very early beta. Beta, however you want to pronounce it. It's very early beta at the moment. But from what we're seeing from these screenshots, this looks very, very promising. Unfortunately, I say unfortunately for us, it is all German content at the moment. However, who knows? Who knows? I do like my German trains, so yeah. Anyway, without further ado, let's jump into the game. And hopefully this is going to work, because I have had a few crashes on this. We are loading up now. It's doing so. You have my son behind me as well, Joshua, playing Spider-Man. So 2 streams for the price of 1. We are loading. Here we go. So I've got the sound turned off at the moment because copyright music and that sort of thing. Train Planet, the ultimate train sim. So this is built on the Unity engine. It has got a DB license, and if I get rid of my face off the screen, Fmod audio made using Fmod Studio by Firelight Technologies. All the relevant credits going on there. Okay, let's jump in. So we've got a disclaimer on the screen there. Dear player, welcome aboard the exciting journey of Train Planet. You're about to embark on a thrilling ride through our beta version. Before you proceed, we kindly ask for your attention to the following important information. That basically, you can read that for yourselves if you want to pause the stream. That goes on to tell us that this is a beta version. It's not optimized. It has bugs and glitches, and they're looking for their for feedback. So what you're seeing today, do not base your opinion solely on this. This is kind of just a look at what is to come. So let's click enter on there and off we go. So we've currently got 2 trains that we can play with. We can play with the BR218 diesel and the BR186 electric. We're going to start with the 218. I'm going to go into journey mode, and it does give us a few different options. However, the only one I have managed to successfully get to the work is this Duren-Stulberg service. If I try and load any of the others, it crashes on me. So we won't do that. We'll press buy. You're not actually buying anything. It's just a game mechanic. And we will press start on that one. And fingers crossed, it's going to work. It's going to work. Blob, the game looks good visually. It certainly does. Through Susan's eyes. Happy birthday. Okay, we are in. We've got the controls on the screen there. We may need to resort back to those in a minute. However, the game does kind of have a sort of tooltip sort of feature going on, which is quite handy. There we go. So, continue. I will now put the game audio on. Let me know if you need it up or down, guys. We can tweak that as we go along. That's absolutely not a problem at all. Just press that button there as well. Right. So, we are in the train. This is where I got the screenshot from, obviously. And the first thing I want to note The track textures on this, I think, look really nice. In fact, I think the kind of lighting of the station textures in general look really, really good. So the one thing, the foliage and everything there, the kind of scale of it looks really nice. The one thing I'm not particularly liking is this heads-up display. It is really all over the place. It feels very arcadey. Maybe that's the approach the developers are going for. I don't know. Maybe, you know, this is only a beta. Maybe that's something that we are going to get changed. Now, for all you German rail fans out there, and especially those that have played Susi, timetable display, we have a Bühler. And I believe a Bühler does work. If you're not familiar with a Bühler, basically on German trains, they drive their trains to this screen here. So it gives us our mileage posts, it gives us our upcoming speeds and our stations. It's something we don't have in Train Sim World, which would be really good if we did, but we don't. So I'm glad they've implemented that. Okay, we have got a little tutorial thing going on the bottom, which is going to tell us what to do. So let's run through that. Start diesel, press it and hold P for 1 second. We're doing that. Abyss, yes, this is the Unreal game engine. Blob, I agree with you with the heads-up display. I love the little shake as the diesel engine starts up. That's a nice little effect. Bradley Patterson, Durham doesn't look like that. I will have to take your word for that. I've never been there before. Yeah, okay, start passengers boarding. Open doors for left doors, press T. For white doors, right doors, press Y. So some of the controls are quite familiar to what we're used to seeing in Train Sim World and Train Sim Classic. At the moment, there's an absence of people. I should imagine that's something that hopefully we're going to get later on in the game. We can sort of go into the coaches and have a little look through. The actual graphics and the modelling does look, in my opinion, pretty good. To go through the cameras, we have to use the C key and actually scroll through the different camera angles as well. So, but like I say, everything I'm saying at the moment, this is not the final product. I really want to emphasise that. This is definitely not the final product, so this is subject to change. Okay, when boarding finished, close door, press right. Close door right, press Y. Set the reverser to forward, press W. Release from PZB start program, press release PZB key end. It's exactly the same as you would do on Train Sim World there. Release independent brake using the left square bracket and control thrust A and D. And we are off. Spacebar for horn, as you would expect. It didn't tell me to release the train brake there, did it? But exactly the same key as Train Sim World for that. Although it doesn't seem to want to release. Thrust is not connected. You didn't wait before increasing thrust. Press D. Okay, it's given me some tooltips. Control thrust. Press A or D. Wait for a moment before increasing thrust. Oh, okay, so it looks like I managed to trip it out or something like that, pulling too many amps. But we are going. Southeast Train Running channel, can you walk around? You can't at the moment. I'm not sure if that's going to be a feature in game, but at the moment you can't. You've got like a free cam, but you can't walk around. Okay, so bringing the thrust up a little bit now. We're going to be stopping at Langewehr, and I do apologise, German pronunciations, in 9.5 kilometres. We can use our Bühler display here for that, so that tells us that I think that's our kilometre points there. Someone who understands this system a little bit better than me will be able to tell me. I believe that's at 10.1 kilometres. We'll find Langewehr, so we should be able to see our kilometre markers at the side of the track as we go along. C for alarm, press Z. So that is a different key to what we're used to. It's quite dark in the cab. I don't know what sort of the controls for the lights. If we can get instrument lights or something on. Let's just pull up the controls again. If we go to input, it gives us kind of a map of what we're doing. Change camera, sound, CIFA, train brake, moving around the cabin, Change camera, see for main power switch on off. Headlight on off. Cab instrument lights is J. There we go. So it sort of helps a little bit. It's not too bad. Right, let's get it going. Let's get it going. Northern Princess Productions, Davrow, that gives me horn flashbacks to Gary Brannan oil tanker sound effects. Let's start train brakes training. If you don't need it, press... Yeah, I think we can probably... Set thrust lever to zero, press... Okay, it's gone away. It's gone away. I think we can probably sort of try and work the brakes out as we go along. The outside looks very bright. It does. It does look very bright, W4LT. I'll give you that. It does look quite nice, though. It's... The scenery's dense, and the signals and everything seem to have a really nice... I don't know, a really nice scale. I want to say it's got a really nice scale. Everything seems to be quite big and bulky and kind of robust in the way it looks. It's got really nice suspension physics going on as well as we're bouncing around. I'm definitely a fan of that. Definitely a fan of that. Fabian, the controls are like Microsoft Train Simulator. Yeah, very, very similar. Very similar. Okay, so speed limit at the moment is 160. We got our speed on the right-hand side. We got 7.1 kilometers to our next station. Yeah, like I say, I'm definitely not a fan of the heads-up display, but hopefully that's something they're gonna change in time. This is early beta at the moment. Danny Humber, how old is the diesel? I am not entirely sure. Someone could look that up. We are in a 218. I believe these are nicknamed rabbits, these units, because of the exhaust pipes. They look like a pair of rabbit's ears on the roof. So we can sort of move around the cab as well. A little bit glitchy there. That is a thing. How is the FPS? When I'm moving around the cab, not very good. At the moment, staying in this position, I'm getting 32 FPS, which is reasonably playable. Reasonably playable. Okay, I've just noticed it says go through Lagonware. We're not stopping there. So we'll see if we can get this up to our maximum speed. Amy, it has the distinctive unit hobby project, to be honest. So my understanding of this game is it has been developed by the same people that developed Fishing Planet. And it's also been developed by a group of train drivers and enthusiasts. So it sort of is a hobby project in a way, definitely. I think looking at the graphics and the shots we've seen and the kind of physics on the train, I'm quite impressed with it at the moment. Irish Rail, I don't know if it's common to console, so the demo version is on Steam. I'm not sure if there'll be a console version. Southeast Train Channel looks so much better than Train Sim World. We got some weird sort of stuff going on with the shadows, but again, I'm kind of not going to look too much into the lighting and stuff at the moment. I'm going to cut them a little slack on that. I do like the gradient profile going on at the top though. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Bradley, yeah, no, Train Sim World definitely looks better in my opinion. Fabian, thank you very much. According to Wikipedia, that loco was built from 1968 to 1979. You'll be able to confirm there, Fabian. Am I correct in saying it's nicknamed a rabbit? Can you change the weather? The full game will have dynamic weather on it. I don't know if that is... Sifa. I don't know if that's included in the demo, but it does say on the Steam page that the full game will have dynamic weather in it. So what the intention is for this stream, we are just going to have a few outside shots and a little look at the game. We're going to do the run on the diesel, then the run on the electric. This is kind of an impromptu stream, so this has been out for around about 2 weeks. I haven't seen that many streamers pick up on it yet, so I kind of wanted to put it out there and sort of give you guys my opinion on it. Okay, we've got a green and a 1.6. Is it going to make me do PZB? It's not. So speed limit will be 160 by that indication, or warning of 160 upcoming. Southeastern Train Channel makes a really good point. Don't let perfection be the enemy of good, as they say. That is a really, really good point. So we're just approaching Langaware. That is our start of our 160 limit. So I don't know how to interface with the Abula screen, whether I've got to scroll that down manually, or doesn't look like you can do anything with these buttons at the moment, which is a little bit of a shame. When we go through the next station as well, we'll have a stop at Eschwiller Hauptbahnhof within 100 metres. That'll be a challenge. Yeah, we'll have a little look around the cab when we stop at the next station as well, and kind of see what's going on with that. The frame rate has started to tank a little bit now. I've dropped down to 23 FPS, someone was asking earlier. Amma Chidu your work. Okay. Hey Deborah, have you met Paul Boothroyd? Not that I can recall, but I'm useless with names. Oh, I'm going for Q. When the CIFA fires off, I'm automatically going for Q. which is really, really annoying. Oh yeah, the Abula, sorry, yeah, it has updated there, hasn't it? So I think we're looking for 18.2 kilometres is where the station is. So if we look out, we might be able to see. That says 51 on it. I'm guessing that's not a kilometre marker. 51.2. 51.4. Okay, maybe I'm reading this wrong. Yeah, maybe I'm interpreting it wrong, or it's not quite where it needs to be at the moment. W is pronounced V in German. Eschwiller Hauptbahnhof. Monty Burns Gaming, hello, how are you? How's the game going so far? It's a very, very early beta at the moment, so we're kind of just having a look at it, and I'm keen to get your opinions on it. It is a very early beta. You can see on the front of the train there's some kind of graphical glitching and stuff like that going on. No blurriness on the wheels though. No headlights either, there we go. And the camera's a little bit funky to try and get used to as well there. Okay, 2.9 kilometres to our station. Let's see if we can get a decent station stop at least. Richard is... Hey, Kirk, 464646 has become a member. Thank you very much, Kirk. Richard is slowly learning German from the chat. Sprechen Sie Deutsch, sprechen Sie Deutsch. That's about the limit of my German. I do like Germany. I should probably get a bit better at it. Okay. Taking the power back. Not sure how good the brakes are going to be on this. Crouching Tiger, Hidden Adam, how are you doing, my friend? Haven't seen you in a stream for a little while. There's a yellow 8 there, so the speed limit's going to come down to 80. And like I say, I'm not entirely sure how good the brakes are going to be, so I'm getting them in nice and early just to be on the safe side. Okay, that was the 80. We are speeding. Yeah, the brakes are really, really bad. They are slowly biting. Thank goodness for that. Should be a wake-up call for DTG that they managed to get a Abula and bouncy suspension into the beta, while Train Sim Well promises still live on. Please stop, please stop, please stop. My first station stop in a new game, and I overshot the platform, which is why I drive freight trains. Okay, open doors for boarding, press T for left doors, press T, for right doors, press Y. It does look... I think the catenary, the overhead line equipment, I'm particularly impressed with that and how it kind of doesn't glitch out. And these signals seem to have a really nice glow and a really nice colour to them. Everything's just got kind of a... I like the textures. It's got kind of a really nice, robust feel to it. And the kind of clutter and litter and the random spray paint all over the place looks pretty good as well. Okay, when finished boarding? How do we know when we finish boarding? 9:14. Oh, 9:22 departure. Okay, so we've got absolutely ages sat here. We may forego that in a minute then. So we can have a little look round. No, you can't take me anywhere, Artie. I do apologise. Crouching Tiger, hidden hand. It feels pretty good. It does feel pretty good at the moment. Right, so let's have a little nosy around the cab. Like I said, we are stuck in the seat. We can't walk around at the moment. So what can we interact with in terms of clicking things? Engine coolant level, engine oil temperature, transmission oil, engine coolant, RPM. Oh, that's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. We've got a whole host of fault indicators. Timetable display. Yeah, I've got no way of interacting with anything on there, which is unfortunate. The actual controls themselves, we can click on those to interact, but it is really kind of... It's funky. It's funky at the moment. So we've got our locomotive brake, train brake, and dynamic brake there. Left wiper. Working wipers. Very nice too. Can we turn them off again though? That's the... No, so the hitboxes for the clicking are not quite there yet. We've got our throttle lever reverser over there, CIFA, then all of our PZB door controls. Sand, got nothing on those ones. Instrument lights, cab lights, headlights. So quite a... tells us what all the lights are as well there, which is quite nice. Quite a good selection of sort of functions within the train. However, we can't click everything. Right, we are going to need to go into the controls. Settings. Input. Where's the wipers? Pantograph, locomotive brake, train brake moving around, main switch, bell, horn, sand. Okay, I don't think... Somebody tell me, I don't think the wipers are mapped to anything. They are V, aren't they, in Train Sim Classic? So, yeah, just make sure I'm not being completely and utterly stupid. No, I can't see wipers. I can't see wipers. I'm pressing V, Control and V, Shift and V. No, it's not working. Okay, we're going to have to see if we can get the hitbox. Oh, first time. Okay, right, we are going to leave early. When boarding finishes, close the door, press Y. Release independent brakes. Control thrust. I'll be interested to see what the lighting level is going to be like when we go into the tunnel. So let's take the train brake off. And then... So we are rolling backwards. That's probably not supposed to happen. We're doing well. We're doing well. Thrust is not connected. You did not wait before. Stop! Okay, right. Let's give it another go. Wait a moment before increasing the thrust. And now we'll take the brake off. Right, it's moving in the right direction. Like I say, I'm going to be interested to see what the lighting levels do when we go into the tunnel and how it looks when we come out. The fact they added tooltips for the non-interactive items is nice, it is. SJ, when I was in Germany, I butchered the language so badly I was asked to speak in English. At least you had a go, my friend. At least you had a go. Bradley, probably the best looking Unity engine game. And we are stopping at Stolberg, which is in 3.5 kilometres. And then we'll have a little run on the electric locomotive. And then we'll call it a night. Where's Will? I quite like how the HUD is out of the way and is transparent. Although there's a lot of detail being displayed on the HUD and it doesn't kind of feel natural. It feels, at the moment, it feels a little bit arcadey in the way it's implemented. But I don't sort of know what level they're actually aiming for on the game, whether they're sort of wanting to create an authentic simulator. Yes, we got kind of no... We do have the cab light turned on, I think, though, don't we? Yeah, I had the cab light turned on, which probably doesn't help for wanting to see what the lighting effects are like. Right, let's get going. Yeah, Joe, any game that wants to compete with Train Sim World is going to need to compete with the amount of variety of routes available. That is the tough part, in my opinion. But then when Train Sim World come out, it had like 2, maybe 3 routes. So that's something that takes time, isn't it, to build that player base. Oh, we had a little freeze up there. I was hoping it wasn't going to crash on me. I mean, it doesn't look bad for beta. It doesn't look bad at all. We're trying to get the cats in. If you are following the Model Railway project as well, there will be an update video for channel members. It'll drop this evening, and for everyone else it'll drop tomorrow. A little progress update of where we're at with that as well. Are we going to do LOL? Not in tonight's stream, PPM Z-Gauge. This is just to look at this. Normal service will resume. But yeah, we're not doing locomotive location livery in this stream today. It feels like some brakes are still... Yeah, train brakes... I'm pressing the button to take train brake off, but as you can see on the... You can see my handle down in the bottom right sort of springing back and then it automatically going back to position 2. So I'm not sure exactly what's going on with that. Right, we're coming into Stolberg. It's giving me points for smooth braking as well, which is... That's a nice feature, getting points for smooth driving. Just keeping an army speed there. 50 coming into the platform. We might actually get a decent stop. I'm trying to get that brake off now. And we don't want to overshoot this one because it looks like we've got a red. No, we haven't got a red. Check loco brake. Yeah, loco brake is showing on as well, but when I try and take that off, the keys to take that off are not responding. I wonder if the kind of position 1 is the kind of release position. Yeah, so that looks like there's a little bit of a bug in the game at the moment with the way the brakes work. It's not actually allowing me to fully release them. Nice, nice. Okay, for doors left, press T. Is it going to make us do 5 minutes of boarding before it gives us... I don't know if we kind of get a score rundown or what happens. We're not going to wait 5 minutes for that to time out to find out. We're going to jump into another run. I'm really liking the textures on the track. The ballast texture, the kind of additional infrastructure on the point work there. Oh, there we go. It's kicked me out of the game. There we go. I've succeeded. Score 1,832. I have no idea what any of this means. Penalty minus 620. Okay. Oh, we get a scoreboard as well, though. That's quite nice. Continue. We'll go back because I want to have a look at some of the other dynamics that are featured in the game. Yeah, it gives us the bit of information about the locomotive there, which is quite nice. We do kind of have a currency-based system going on, so I wonder if there is going to be like a career mode or something. And when we go into qualifications, we've kind of got these options here: competence, braking, mastering. I'm not sure exactly what this is all about at the moment, but multiple units, shunting. Looks like we're going to have sort of different modules we can work through to gain different qualifications, which is quite nice. That is quite nice. I did see something earlier. Service, there we go. When we click on there as well, it's given us like brake pads, transmission, diesel engine, cooling, diesel oil, air compressor, battery. So I don't kind of know, if this is kind of going the same sort of way as Truck Simulator and those kind of games where you kind of run a railway and it becomes more of a game rather than a simulator. I genuinely don't know where they're going with this, but yeah, definitely be interested to kind of see where they do decide to take it. Okay, let's jump into the electric and have a little run on that. I'd like to be able to run one of the other routes, but again, every time I try it crashes. So I'd like to be able to learn load Cologne to Düren, but it seems to cause it to crash. Let's do. Let me see. Let's try and see if it'll let me load that. Düren to Aachen. Apologies to the entire German community. Let's see if it loads and doesn't crash. Southeastern Train Channel, love how the first iteration of this there is dynamic weather for Train World. It took until the third version to add it. But what you're forgetting there, Southeastern Train Channel, is they're kind of copying. Oh, it looks like we might be in. I don't want to say they're copying because that would be the wrong thing to say. But the once the systems are already there in other games, it's easy to kind of think, well, we need to implement that, we need to implement that, we need to do it. Once the precedent's been set and that level's been set, it's then down to other developers to kind of meet that standard. It looks like we might be in luck. If we get to go into Cologne, that would be quite nice because that is a lovely station. And we got all the bushes and stuff swaying there. That does. I am yeah, I've said it a few times, but I'm definitely a fan of how this thing looks. We're back in the diesel traction. That's not what I picked, was it? Okay, let's go back out to the main menu because I kind of want to do the electric traction. And we loaded up that one there. Let's see if it'll work. I do want to have a go in the electric traction as well. SJ, the detailing of the infrastructure is nice, even if the HUD does take a little while to get used to. Definitely. RT, basic competence, braking, mastering. I would hope braking would be part of competence. Yeah, you've seen me drive, RT. You'd think that they didn't teach me how to brake. Oh, okay, we are. Oh, that's a shame. We had a really nice kind of sunset-y type thing going on there, and then it's just. It's ruined it. Okay, let's go outside and have a little look at this engine, see what we've got going on. This is the BR186. I like the lens flare effect on there as well. That's pretty cool. The models are not sort of super detailed, but they do look nice. Okay. Right, let's follow the instructions. Raise pantograph, press P. Open doors, so that'll be Y for the right. turn on main power switch, press L, set reverser, press W, release PZB from the start program, press end, release independent brakes. But it only lets me come down to 1. Control thrust, press A and D. Start passengers boarding. Have we not? Okay, well I'm just going to do what it's telling me to do. Boarding started. There we go. When boarding finished, close right door, press Y. LaserJet, I've been there in real life. Yeah, I've also been there a lot. Check out my train driver on tour videos from last year. Although the only shot we got in Colne was the kind of closing shot on day 3. We just travelled through there on our way back to the airport. It's an absolute beast of a station right next to the cathedral. It's really, really lovely. Okay, boarding finished in 1 second. Be interesting to see how this handles in comparison. Okay, control thrust, press A and D. I've pressed. Interesting horn sound. Okay, looks like we've got 4 notches of power on this. I've given it all 4. Wheel set is skidding due to high thrust. Okay, that's pretty cool. You sort of see it lurching as well, which I really like. Reduce thrust before pressing X to apply sand. It's not recommended to use sand while skidding. This sand should be used in advance. Yeah, definitely. It's really hard. I'm pressing. You can kind of see the thrust setting moving around on the right hand side. I'm kind of sort of pressing it all over the place to get it to do what I want, but it's not being particularly compliant at the moment. So I don't know if you can hear the game audio. It's has it not got a 2-tone horn? Not that I've been able to manage to find just yet. Looks like we're going past the red there as well. I do hope not. Right, what are we for speed? Speed limit 200 kilometers an hour. So we should have in-cab signalling if we're allowed to go that fast. Wheel set is skidding. I'm putting sand down as well, so we've got no graphic for the sand at the moment. We'll just keep it in full power. Mark Vogel, hello. Beautiful graphics. They're not bad at all, Mark. They're not bad at all. Yeah, Joshua Journeys, the UI is rather overrated. Yeah, definitely that is. We won't do the train braking. We don't need to worry about that. That is one of the things that I commented on earlier. It does look a bit arcadey, but this is very. I want to emphasise it for the people that have just joined. That this is very, very early beta, like really early beta. You can go and download this from Steam completely free of charge, and then feedback to the devs on what you think. They're kind of involving the community and the players right from the beginning, which I think is definitely a really nice thing to do. And it specifically says on Steam and on the screen when you open up the game, they are looking for player feedback. So yeah, definitely jump in and see what you think. Sounds are pretty much non-existent at the moment, guys. I'll be completely honest with you. Right, we're going straight through Blair. We are good for 220 going up to 250. Not sure what the maximum speed of this locomotive would be. VMAX 140. Oh, okay. We'll ignore that then. We'll just carry on. The points aren't set correctly. Look at the track when you go over a set of points. Oh, okay, interesting. Like I say, Joe, it is a very, very early beta at the moment, so you know, I'll be feeding back to the developers. I think they've got a really promising product here, so it'd be good to get on board with them and kind of, you know, give them my 2 penneth worth. This thing's gonna be off the clock in a minute. 140 is only a suggestion. Yes, they've obviously got the maximum speed set to track speed and not loco speed, which is fine. It's not too much of an issue. .140 is a suggestion. So looking around the cab here, we got the GSMR radio system, air conditioning, lights, probably a good idea. LZB, PZB, all of the equipment that we need there. Train brake, independent brake. It's pretty much sort of a standard German cab layout. Good resolutions on the screen as well. Be really good if we get some interaction on these screens. We are off the clock now as well, and working a Bueller, which is, I'm really pleased they've got that in game. Really pleased. You are exceeding the speed limit. In that case, we will slow down. Apply the brakes. It's a good opportunity to see how good they're going to be. Oh, the limit's going back up to 250 now anyway, so we won't worry. Won't worry too much about that. Are you using the arrow keys to look around there? No, I am just scrolling. So the arrow keys on this loco don't do anything. So on the diesel, they did kind of move over to the second person side and give us alternative views. Pressing the arrow keys on here, they're not doing anything for us, unfortunately. No driver in the train as well. Interesting. Back inside. Meanwhile... Wait, the speed UI thingy is broken too. Yes, you're right, because on the we got the 169 in green, but that's showing somewhere between the 120 and the 140. Yeah, very early beta, very early beta. So these things, this is not the full release. These things should hopefully be fixed. Right, we're good for 250 again. Let's get going. Horem is 6.9 kilometers away. I'm really interested to see how they've modelled Cologne as well. Cologne. Is it Cologne or Cologne? Cologne. O with 2 dots above it. I'm not sure what the pronunciation for that is in German. Dabrau, your loco max speed is 140. It is, but I'm taking advantage of the glitched out game engine. Let's put it that way. So we do have 112 of you lovely people watching. If you haven't already, guys, please do hit the like button. Consider subscribing. It really does help us out on the channel here. That would be absolutely fantastic. It's definitely a Euro Truck Sim horn, isn't it? Definitely an ETS inspired horn. Right, Horem is... We're stopping at Horem as well, so... I don't trust the brakes, I don't trust the controls. 3.6 kilometres. We're waiting until we get to about 2.5 and I think we'll start putting a little bit of brake in. I particularly like all the soundproof fencing and the barriers at the side of the track. There's a lot of graffiti and variety in the graffiti on them, which is a really nice touch as well. Okay, let's get a little bit of brake in. Actually, I'm going to put a whole lot of brake in because at this speed, that... Yeah, we are slowing down now. It's coming down. Definitely EU spec horn. Yes, I can clearly hear the high tone. Sounds like a container ship. It really does, yeah. I think I'm about to overshoot this station epically as well. We might be alright. We might just about do it. Let's get... yeah. Come on, release, 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 release. Please release. Please release. There we go. For just 1 like per stream, you two could support Richard buying trains. I have spent more on model trains than I would care to admit. Especially to my wife. She's not in the room, no. She's upstairs. I'm safe. Please stop. Please stop. Please release. Ah, we'll take it. Okay, for right doors, press Y. This is Horim or Horem. We'll do our usual thing and go for a little wander around the station. Disused waiting room. Oh! Just notice that's rolling backwards as well. That's you get 2 of them for that. That's not supposed to happen. There's quite a lot of variety with the cars as well parked up, which is quite nice to see. Other than these vans, there seems to be a lot of them. Normally it's the same car repeated over and over again. It does look like we've got a little bit of variety in there, which is definitely quite nice to see. Okay, let's jump back inside. Let's just get it going. I know we're supposed to wait here for a further 5 minutes, but we're not going to do that. When boarding, close Y. I've pressed Y. It's still showing me as my doors are open. There we go. Doors are closed. Let's see if we can do a pull away shot from outside. There isn't like a free cam where we can stay in one position. Unfortunately, when the train starts moving, the camera's going to start moving as well. But never mind. It's complaining at me for wheel slipping again. There goes the job, says South Eastern Train Channel. Oh, I didn't check those points. We'll check these ones as we come across them. Because someone was saying earlier about the points. No, they're set correct. They are set just how we want them. Goose, train. Gary Brannan. Jerry BVR, love it. Richard, rule 1, your railway, your way. Rule 2, never count the cost. That is the best advice I've received to date. I'm quite lucky though, because I can count the costs and I can put it as expenses. Creative accountancy. Trespassing goose. Love it. Right, Right, 6.2 miles to... Oh, go through Colne, Wheaton West. We are not stopping. We are straight through. Damien C06 seen this on a few videos. Is this any good in your opinion, Richard? I think it's definitely got potential. It's very early beta at the moment. This is the free demo version. This is really, really early beta. This is kind of like beta testing, beta level. There's lots and lots and lots of work still to do in this. It's by no means a complete game. I think looking at the physics engine and looking at the train handling, I think it's got potential. I think it does have potential. It depends on what direction they're going to take it in. It's definitely one to watch, one to keep an eye on. It's nice that it's all translated into English as well, because one of the troubles I have with, I want to say Rail Simulator, I think it's the Polish one. I played that once, and when I played the demo, there wasn't anything translated into English. It was really difficult to get on with. So I like the way that everything on this is translated into English. I mean, that is kind of more of a me problem than anything else, to be fair, but yeah, definitely. Fabian, I'd say Alpha, even. Yeah, definitely. Didn't realise Dabrowell Limited was a thing. Will be PLC soon, Artie. Damien, yeah, I'm good, thank you. I might have answered that already. If I didn't, then yes, I am good. Thank you, Damien. Simrail, that's the one, Southeastern Train Channel on Damien. Yeah, Simrail. I need to revisit that because I quite like the signalling element and stuff on that. Has that been translated into English with all the tooltips, or is it still? Simrail is an amazing game. Highly recommend it. Yeah, I definitely need to look at revisiting that. Right, we are off the clock again. But that's okay. That's okay. Right? I would say Alpha isn't simulating LZB, which is in this section. Yeah, it doesn't even have the wires in the track for LZB. So as you know, Northern Princess Productions, if you're running on LZB, you'll have the control wire down the middle of the track, which it doesn't have. And we've got none of the PZB safety systems are in yet either. I'm guessing they're probably going to be simulated, and they're going to be simulated quite well. Right, we're passing through Colne, Wilden. Stop at Colne, Urnfeld. Within 100 metres. We'll give it our best shot. GJ, I think this is looking good for a beta. It definitely is, definitely is. Eliza, yes, it has been translated. I think when the full game... Right, we are going to be doing that on the channel in the next couple of weeks then. I'm going to download that. We are definitely going to be doing Simrail. The multiplayer is very good, and the people treat it like an actual multiplayer and not a toy train game like messing around and stuff. That's really good, Damien, because you get that a lot on SCR. Obviously, SCR's kind of... SCR is SCR. But yeah, when you're playing that sort of signalers and stuff, and the other players are mucking around, and yeah. Yeah, Wes Will's definitely early days. They're saying it's beta. Someone else was saying possibly even alpha. This is the free demo. Head over to Steam. You can download it. It's about a 6 GB download, so it's not massive at this point. Oh, I remember back in the days of dial-up, a 6 GB download was massive. Right, I'm putting the brakes on. It doesn't want to give me more than... Oh, there we go. You have to kind of press and hold it. The controls are definitely a little bit funky at the moment. I know we're still 2.3 kilometres out, but I wanted to kind of try and get a half decent stop at least. Yeah, I think we could probably release that. It won't let me release, it only goes to brake 1. Yeah, David, it's free at the moment. I doubt the full game will be free, but yeah, Bradley, go and check it out, definitely. You've got absolutely nothing to lose at this point. That's where I find out I'm massively overcooking the brakes again. Oh, it's coming down quite nicely saying that. I think you might want a little bit more going on. The signals really pop out as well. That's one of my biggest gripes with Train Sim World. I do have the signalling mod installed. The signals do really pop. Trying to get that brake to release, it doesn't want to come off. I'm trying to get it back down to brake step 3, but it's just not having it. Oh, we'll take that. That wasn't too bad. That wasn't too bad. Possibly the dynamic weather is implemented. The sky does seem to be getting a little bit darker at the moment. We might get some rain effects. I love the graffiti all over the place, and the litter. The litter's probably a little bit overdone in my opinion, although we are only seeing it in station areas, which is more typical. It's very 1980s British Rail with litter everywhere. You don't see it so much these days. It's definitely better looked after these days. Hey, we got the whole thing on the platform as well, which is good. Yeah, the lighting on the signals is really nice. It really does pop nicely. Okay, we're going to ignore the timings and we're going to get this down to Cologne, where the train, Cologne, where the train will terminate. And that will be the end of tonight's stream. A and D for the accelerator, and the @ sign and the colon for the brakes, exactly the same controls as Train Sim World. And Train Sim Classic, I believe, use those controls as well. Reduce thrust, but I try and put the thrust down to 2 and I try and put it into 3 and it doesn't like it. It's either 2 or 4. It won't hold it in 3, which is really annoying. GJ, is Germany really that cluttered? I don't think it is really, no. Not on the lines I've been on anyway. LW Rail, hello, how are we doing? So we've got a 70 warning sign, or 70 commencement sign. Oh, okay. I think we may have crashed. I think we may... It's gone. It's dead. That is it. It is absolutely dead. Unfortunately, that is all we're going to get to see, which is a little bit of a shame, because I was quite looking forward to going into Cologne and seeing the cathedral and seeing the station. But there we go. That is early beta. Very early beta, I would say. And if we're looking at what we've seen there in the screenshot, especially that multiple unit, I have been on one of those. They are extremely fast. They are very nice units. But if what we're seeing there from the screenshots and from the beta is anything to go by, then I am definitely looking forward to seeing this game develop over the coming months / years. Like I say, do head over to Steam, download it, do feedback to the devs as well. It's complete. I mean, that looks photorealistic. It just looks superb. That really does. Yeah, do head over to Steam. Do feedback to the developers as well. Download it, feedback to the developers, let you know. They seem to be quite open and quite on board and sort of want feedback from the community and want to sort of develop the best game they can. They seem to be generally enthusiastic about it. So yeah, I'm looking forward to watching this one. Be interested to hear your thoughts in the comment section, and obviously I've seen your thoughts in the chat tonight. So got 105 of you lovely people still here. If you have enjoyed it, please do hit that like button, consider subscribing. That would be absolutely awesome. If you want to follow me or want to know more about me, you can do it social media channels, which are on the screen for you right now. Or we do have our very friendly Discord server, and you'll find an invitation link to that also down in the description below. Those of you that are following the Dad Rail Community Model Railway project, there will be a members only video going out this evening. Members only video going out this evening, and that video will go out to general public tomorrow as well, because members receive 24-hour early access to the video. So thank you very much for watching. wasn't expecting to get that many people in, so I'm really, really pleased with that. Thank you very much for watching. Like and subscribe, and I'm going to press that button there. That's going to bring my face back up on the screen. My son is playing Spider-Man in the background, and I am going to bed. Thanks for watching, and good night.